So I know it's been a while since I filmed an episode of this week, but a lot has happened over the past couple weeks, not for the better. And I figured I'd share it with y'all because I'm sure people will be asking why I haven't been posting videos, and there's a lot of things that have been going on. I figure it's time to finally shed some light on that. So it's time for This Week with BigC. I'm not going to stall. I'm just going to go straight into the recap because a lot has happened and this is probably going to be a fairly lengthy episode. So I don't want to waste too much of your time talking about things that have already happened. So let's get to the recap and I'll show you what I mean. Well, we're starting to get to the much more comfortable period of the year where the weather isn't 90 billion degrees. And I got a lot going on, so I figured I'd bring this back at least for 1 week. Hey everybody, it is Monday. And yeah, lots going on. Not in a good way, but I figure I'd share the deets on everything that's going on right now. So I know I mentioned in my last update, at least a month ago, what was going on with work, kind of. So things have gotten a lot worse. Long story short, with this job, you have to hit certain performance standards or else you're out. And I've had not very good luck over the past few weeks. I've been trying to get things back on track, but it just hasn't happened. I've been doing what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it, and it just hasn't been working out. And I've been struggling to figure out why. But essentially what happens is if you miss your goal, or which your normal goal is you have to hit 85% of your normal goal, and then you'll be fine. If you don't, then you don't do it 2 pay periods in a row, which is a total of 4 weeks. Then you go into what they call a PEP, which is essentially like a warning. And when you're in that, you have to hit 100% of your goal for 2 weeks to get out of the PEP and go back to your normal goal. If you don't, you go into a cap, which is essentially you have to hit 85% of your goal, and if you don't, you're fired. That's where I am right now. It's actually the last week of the 2-week pay period. I'm behind by a lot. My goal I have to hit is like $23,000 or $24,000. I've only got like 2,700. So I have a long way to go. It's been a rough week already, and I have to just keep pushing as hard as I possibly can to have a chance. It's possible. It's definitely possible. It sounds really, really bad, and it is, but it's possible to achieve if I can get some decent deals coming my way. Because I mean, you can get deals for thousands of dollars. Like, I've seen people get like $20,000 sales. So it's definitely possible. It's just I have to have things start to go my way, which they haven't yet. So, I mean, I have a few things cooking this week, so I'm really hoping that those go through, because if they do, it'll make the goal a lot more attainable. Then I just have to get a few more things to go my way, and I might be able to make it. But it's not a great feeling. And it's one of those things where like I have to like bust my butt and stay as focused as I can when I'm at work. And then when I'm off work, like they keep telling you don't think about work when you're off work. It's kind of hard not to, considering the fact that like if I don't make it this week, I'm out. And things are not good on that front either. Like I've taken a huge hit in pay, and of course this apartment costs a lot more than our last one. So the combination of those two things has caused me to basically be broke all the time. Not only that, but I have a lot of bills I have to pay, and yeah, it's been a rough situation. So if I don't make it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've been throughout the last couple weeks applying to places on Indeed just as a backup. I figure, well, it's good to have them done. That way, if something happens, hopefully I could get something lined up quickly. And if it doesn't, I can turn them down if I get offered jobs. Or maybe I'll just take it and walk away if it's a better potential option. But that hasn't happened yet, so right now I'm really just trying my best to stay as focused as I can, to do the best job I can, and to, you know, get something going. And I mean, I know not everybody who watches this is religious, but you know, I really need to trust in God, because you know, I know he's not going to let me down, and if this is meant to happen, it's meant to happen. But I really don't want it to, because I mean, I've worked so hard at this job, and I've made it this far. I don't want to lose it all now if I can avoid it. So we'll see what happens. But at the moment, it's not looking great. Of course, I will update everybody throughout the course of the week as to how things improve. But that's what's going on right now. Also, I know these past few months have been really disappointing on the YouTube channels. Again, part of it is because I've been really, really stressed at work. Part of it too is I've had not a lot of money, so I haven't been able to do a lot of things, including I still haven't been to Halloween Horror Nights. I haven't gone to Hallow Scream, even though I have a ticket. I actually bought a ticket when they were on sale. I just haven't been able to go. I've done very little, which is disappointing, because I love spooky season. And the fact that we're already in October, we're a month in to spooky season, and I've done absolutely nothing is really sad. So that's a thing. Yeah, it's been a rough time, guys. I'm just hoping that I really, really, really hope that I can get things turned around soon, because if I can, great. At the very least, if I can hit this goal and not get fired, worst case scenario, I've got at least 4 more weeks. Worst case. So I really want to hit this. Best case scenario, I come out of this, I come out the next 2 weeks swinging, get entirely out of it, and then, you know, start doing really well at this job and start making a bunch of money, because you can. It's just tough. So we'll see what happens. And of course, I'll keep everybody updated as we go. But I just wanted to let everybody know the situation. So course, by the time you see this, I'll have known the results, but as of this moment, I don't. So we'll find out. Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday. Today was not a good day. So I talked yesterday about how I'm in kind of a dire situation because I have to either get enough sales to keep my seat or not. And so far, I have sold nothing this week. And it's really starting to get to me because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not getting anywhere. And it's really disheartening. Not only that, but like, I've been getting any call that has like potential, I've been sending to other people. They haven't been able to sell it either. So it's not just me, which should be comforting, but it's not because I need something. So yeah, that's been a disaster. So I've got 3 days left to sell $20,000 in sales. It's possible, but I'm gonna need a lot to go right. I basically need 7K every day in order to hit it. So starting tomorrow, I have to get stuff on the board. I have to. And it's gonna be tough, but I'm not giving up. I'm gonna do my best to stick it out as much as I can. One thing I do have to pay attention to is if I get fired for not hitting goals, I can never work for the company that owns Angie ever again. Now, granted, I don't know if I want to, but if I resign, I could at least potentially get hired again. So that's something to keep in mind. But we'll see. One good thing, though, that happened is that I do have an interview tomorrow. I've been applying to a bunch of places on Indeed over the weekend, and I did get a response from a life insurance company. So oddly enough, Matt actually got hired by a life insurance company recently, so maybe I'll be able to as well. We'll see. But I have the interview tomorrow, so during my lunch break. So I'll do that. Hopefully it goes well, because worst comes to worst, I want there to be a good backup because I really cannot afford to be unemployed long. Because essentially, I don't have a lot of money. I'm very broke. And I only have like basically half a paycheck coming because how Angie does pay periods is like our pay period where you earn commission is off by a week from what your hourly rate is. So I will only get paid for an hour. I would assume, I mean, they have to pay me for my work. So I'll get an hourly rate for this week, and that's it if I don't keep my job. So that's like $500 at most. And then I get paid this weekend, but I'm not going to get much from it, unfortunately. So I really need, if I do end up having to get a new job, I really need it to happen quickly. Which, I mean, it happened with Angie. I mean, I got hired within 2 weeks. And I was still getting money from Comcast when I got hired by Angie. But I really need it to happen soon. So we'll see what happens. I'll do my interview tomorrow, and of course I'll let everybody know how it goes, but things are not looking great. And if it doesn't go well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. I'll have to figure it out. So here's hoping, man. Here's hoping something good happens, because I really need it. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday. I have some good news and some bad news. Bad news is I struck out again. And it was not due to lack of effort at all. It was just one of those days where I couldn't get anything going. Had a couple promising nuggets, but nothing happened on any of them. So I've had a couple people tell me that they've got something brewing for tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But at this point, it's not looking good. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? Absolutely not. On that note, though, I do have some positive news. And that is, I do have a potential job lined up. So I got an invite from a company who sells life insurance to do an interview today. So I did one over lunch. And it wasn't really even an interview. It was more so just, hey, if you sign up to get licensed in the state of Florida to sell life insurance, and go through the course to get licensed, you have a job. So apparently the course for most people take about 15 to 20 days. I think I could get it done quicker than that. But that's what they were saying, is that the course takes about 15 to 20 days to get done. And then once I am licensed, then they'll get me into a training class. So that's something. So I'm hoping I won't have to do that necessarily, but you know, if I do, it's something, and it could be good. It's virtual, and like the money's pretty good. It's not quite as good as Angie, but I can make $100K in a year, so definitely better than what I was making before. So at Disney, especially. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now. At least today, I left work feeling a lot more positive because I did what I could. It wasn't everything sucks kind of feeling. It's I did everything I could. So I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to give it my all tomorrow. I thought about starting this course today. I'm not going to do that only because I really do want to make it at Angie. I don't want to give up on that. I mean, if there's a way I can somehow pull this out, I want to try to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rest. I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy my evening. I'll probably go to bed a little bit early tonight than normal, and then wake up tomorrow and we'll see what happens. But I'm going to give it my all. And we'll see what happens in the next couple days. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Hello, everybody. It is Friday. It's also Friday the 13th. So that's fun. Today was not. I officially resigned from Angie. I ended up resigning mostly because if you're fired, you can never be hired by Angie's parent company ever again. But because I resigned, I should technically be able to if I ever want to. Plus, I leave with my dignity rather than being fired. So me and my coworker, who are both kind of in the same spot, we made a pact yesterday that if we weren't able to dig ourselves out of this hole that we were in, that we would resign at 4:30, and that's exactly what we did. So I am officially unemployed. However, I have my class I can take to get my insurance license. So I'm going to start doing that potentially as soon as tomorrow. I took tonight off just because I need the rest. But also, the other challenge I'm dealing with is my left knee is very swollen, and I basically can barely move it. Pretty sure it's gout related, which is unfortunate. It hurts a lot to move. So much, in fact, that this morning I had to get help to get to work on time. And of course, my commute to work is going from my bedroom to the living room where my office is. I had to get assistance getting up because I couldn't bend my knee. So Corey helped me out. He actually stayed home today to help me out because he knew what was going on. So I appreciate that, bro. But yeah, it's been a rough day. I gave it my all. I did everything I could. It just wasn't enough. So I left with my dignity. At least with this one, I can say, well, actually, I mean, both of the jobs I've lost this year were unfortunate. This one, I don't think there's anything I could have done differently. I really don't. Like, I gave it my all. I worked hard every day. I did everything I possibly could, and I just got a string of bad luck, and that bad luck doomed me. So, and I mean, Angie has really bad turnover rate, so not at all surprised. I mean, you can make a lot of money there, but the amount of stress you're under, plus like how strict they are with goals, like it's tough. It's very tough. So, I mean, if you can make it, congrats, but it's a job that's definitely not for everybody. And I honestly think in the long run, I don't think it would have been a good fit, just because the amount of stress that I was under was insane. Like, to leave work every day and be so drained that I couldn't do anything except like lie in bed and watch YouTube videos. That's pretty much all I do after work. And like, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. So I'm glad that now I don't have to do that. So that weight is off my chest, but now it comes down to, I need to get this class done and get my insurance license as quick as possible so that I can start there. And I did get confirmation today that literally as soon as I pass the state exam and actually get my license, they'll put me on the next week's schedule for training. So it's literally just a matter of getting the class done. So I'm probably going to start on it, if I'm up to it, like probably tomorrow. It's an entirely online course, so I'm pretty sure I can do it, throughout the week. So my goal will be to spend, a pretty good chunk of time every day working on this. I mean, I probably will basically spend the time that I would normally be working, doing this class. And hopefully I can get it all done fairly quickly. I know they said originally it can take like 15 to 20 days. I'm hoping I can get it done in like 14, maybe less. But we'll see how long it takes. And then of course I have to pass the exam. So we'll see how it goes. But I'll probably start on that tomorrow. And yeah, it's just a matter of getting licensed and then starting at my new job as a life insurance salesman. So should be interesting. Hopefully a lot less stressful than my previous job, but it's been a rough year. Not as bad as 2021, but pretty bad. But we'll see. I think I'll be able to come away from this doing okay. So we'll see what happens. Hey everybody, it is Wednesday. I'm pretty freaking miserable. So after Friday, I took the weekend to just kind of decompress, relax, with the full intention of starting my class on Monday. That did happen, mostly because my left knee swelled like a balloon to the point where I basically can't put any pressure or weight on it whatsoever, which makes things very difficult. Corey was also not feeling great, so he actually stayed home on Monday and Tuesday. He said it was to try to help me out if possible, and I appreciate that. I just don't want him doing that when right now he's the only person with a job. But he picked up a shift on Thursday, which is normally his day off, to make up for it, and he used some vacation time, so it all works out in the end. And he was able to rest up and heal up, so he's at work right now, but I'm on my own. Anyway, I did technically start the class yesterday. Didn't get very far, got about 4% done, which is not nearly far enough. So today I really got to get going on that. I can already tell this is going to be a challenging process because I just have to focus and get as much of that class done as quickly as possible, which is not going to be easy. Of course, the other challenge we're running into is coming up at the end of the month. I do have one check left for Angie, and it's almost a full week or a full 2 weeks of pay. I think I'm 1 day short because I had vacation pay that I never used. So I believe I had 4 days of vacation pay plus the almost 5 full days of regular work throughout the week. So should be close to a full check, but it's probably going to be a little bit less than that. And even then I won't have enough to pay all my bills, which is a problem. So that's going to be a challenge. We're going to have to try to figure that out. I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. So, and my parents normally are able to help me out, and they can't now because my dad's dealing with a bunch of stuff. My mom is dealing with a bunch of stuff. So I'm just kind of in a bad spot. And I know a lot of people can be like, oh, sell stuff. That can take some time. And also I can't move very well right now. So even if I were to sell something, I don't know what I could do about it. Because at least at the moment, now granted, this knee problem, it's probably going to get better within the next, I mean, it's been a while at this point. Hopefully within the next week, because it's really annoying. Basically, what I have to do to move around is I have my office chair. I have to slide from my bed into my office chair and then wheel around in the office chair, which is also not easy because I have to keep adjusting my left foot so that it's not like getting bent. So this whole process has been a pain and I'm pretty miserable. Plus sleeping has been difficult the last couple nights. Last night I went to bed at like 10 because I wanted to try to get some extra sleep. Woke up at about 3, mostly because the one position, normally I'm one of those people where I move around a lot when I'm sleeping. And because of my knee, I can't really. So because of that, my neck was giving me some issues and my back was giving me some issues. So I had to like get up, sit up for probably about an hour, and then eventually get back in bed. And moving my left leg into bed from the ground is challenging. It's basically I just have to use my right leg to force it onto the bed, and that can be pretty painful. I just get like a sharp jolt in my knee. So yeah, I'm pretty miserable right now. and there's a lot of things coming up that I'm just not sure what's going to happen. So I need all the help I can get. So, I mean, hey, y'all, I mean, you know, if you're religious, pray for me. I definitely could use the help. And I got to focus on this class, because right now it's my only lead. It's the only thing I've got. I already, my mom actually did pay for the class so I could get in it. So it's a guaranteed job as long as I can get my insurance license. I just have to get there. But I'm just worried that I'm not going to be able to get it quick enough. I mean, realistically, I'm not going to be able to get it before rent is due. So we're going to have to figure that out. And then after that, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. It's just, all of this happened at a pretty bad time when I was already struggling. I mean, the one positive thing I will say is that I do feel a bit less stressed. I'm still pretty stressed because of the fact that I'm running out of money, and I know I'm going to run out of money soon if I don't change things. Plus the fact that I can't really do much. Like, it's one thing, because I mean, yeah, normally if I had all this time on my hands, I'd try to, like, maybe go, you know, try to flip some stuff. Maybe go to pawn shops, try to find some stuff I can buy for cheap and flip it for more money. There are things I can do to make a little extra cash, but I can't really do them right now because I can't move. So there's a lot of frustration there. And I just, yeah, I don't want to spend too long dwelling on this, but I'm really worried about what's going to happen. I just hope that, I mean, I know God has a plan, and I'm sure I'll come out in the end okay, but it's just concerning to me right now because I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel currently. So hopefully I'll find it soon, and things will start to get better. Starting with my knee. I really need my knee to get better. Once that's better, and I can, you know, and as long as I can really start focusing on this class, I think I'll be okay. But until then, things are going to be a bit of a struggle. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Hey everybody, it is Monday. Couple minor updates on everything. Mostly bad news, but a couple interesting things. First off, I haven't been able to walk for a week because of my knee. I really hoped it would have been better by now, and it's still not quite there. It's getting a lot closer. Like, I can lift it without assistance. It can move a bit. It's just not, it's not at the point where I can put my full weight on it. So that's a pain. I really needed to get better this week because I'm really tired of not being able to walk and having to slide into my office chair and roll around my apartment all the time. It's really annoying. But I mean, it's improving at least. Second, I've been working on my class. I'm not nearly as far behind. I'm really far behind. I'm not going to mince words. I've been kind of slacking. I didn't intend to, but I took the weekend off. Mostly just because I just wanted some time. I really shouldn't have, but I just took the weekend off. So I'm back at it now. I've been working on it, so I'm making progress, just not as quick as I'd like. I'm going to try to have the whole class done by the end of the week, which is possible. It's going to take a lot of work. I also, as a backup plan, I do have a interview tomorrow. One of the companies I put in an application for reached out today via text and said they're interested in interviewing me. So, I'll take another interview. We'll see what it offers. I mean, if it's a better option or it's something I can start sooner, that might be the play. But we'll see. Worst comes to worst. I just stick with what I've got now. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Things are still not good at all. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the month, and I still have no idea how I'm going to be able to afford bills. So I'll have to figure that out at some point, but yeah, it's just been a mess. Hey everybody, it is Thursday. Want to give you kind of a brief update on everything, which is not a whole lot. Interestingly enough, I actually had a couple more interviews, and both were for insurance jobs, of course. So not much has really changed on that front. I had one that I think is a better opportunity. Tell me they did want to move forward with me, but the problem is I would have to pay like $270 to get licensed, because that one requires 2 different categories for the license, not just health, or not just life, which is what I'm currently working on with my class. I'd also have to restart. I mean, it sounds like a better opportunity, but I just don't have the money to do it. So I don't think that one's going to happen, unfortunately. And then the other one, the main thing that appealed to me was they were like, oh, we pay for everything. I'm like, cool, that sounds great. Haven't gotten a call back, so I'm assuming nothing's going to come of that. But yeah, so that happened. And also, I came to the realization, I mean, it's something I should have assumed already, but like, I'm not going to be able to get anything going before rent is due. So I don't know what to do about that. I have an idea of something, and we'll talk about it at the end of the video, but it's just a bad situation. Yesterday, both Corey and I were dealing with really bad depression. So we both took the day off and just vibed, basically. And that's the thing, is like, I'm at a point now where there's not a whole lot I can really do. Like, my knee is still not better, by the way. It's been about 2 weeks. It's getting there. It's almost at the point where I can at least put some pressure on it, but it's not quite there. So I think in the next few days, I should be able to at least start walking again, which is going to be a huge improvement. So that'll be good. At least then I can accomplish more than what I'm doing, because literally for the past 2 weeks, I've pretty much had to sit. I moved my computer over by my bed, because that's really the only way I was going to be able to get anything done, because I didn't want to keep having to move, because moving basically requires me to transfer over to my office chair and then have to wheel myself around, and that's not fun. It also takes a lot more time than it should. Even simple processes like going from my bedroom to the kitchen take 15 minutes, maybe longer, because I have to like scoot myself over there. It's awful. So I mostly have just been staying on my bed, or like when I have to move, I'll transfer to the chair. So there's a lot of things I haven't done that I want to do, but I just haven't done. Like, I still haven't packed up my Angie stuff. It's still on the desk. I just have to pack it up and get it shipped back to them. I have a lot I need to do, but I haven't been able to do it because of my leg. So anyway, yeah, I was dealing with a lot of depression yesterday. It was really rough, and it's one of those situations where I know one weakness I have is I very much like control, like handling everything myself, basically. I don't like relying on others. And the main reason why is because I've been burned a lot, but also, you know, I like to control the things I can control. And most of the time I can control a lot. In this current situation, there's not a whole lot I can control. Like, I can control where my money goes to an extent, although a lot of it's going to go to bills and things that I can't really control. I can control what I do with the time I've got, which right now isn't much. I can do my class and I can sit around, and that's about it right now, at least until my leg's better. That's about it. So it's frustrating that there's a lot of things right now that are beyond my control that I can't do anything about, but I just have to hope things turn out for the best. But yeah, that's I guess gonna wrap up the recap portion of this video. I don't want to keep rambling. I know of this, I've been filming this over several weeks, and it's probably a pretty long video, so we're gonna get to the final part now. So basically what I'm offering, or what I'm suggesting is, I know people on here will probably reach out and offer to help, and I appreciate that. So, but I don't want to just be like asking people for help. I don't. So what I'm willing to offer is kind of like Cameo. So if anybody wants like a personalized video, like, or like a short, whether it's, you know, wishing someone happy birthday, or a note of encouragement, or, you know, something of that nature. If you want me to stream a game, I have a lot of games, and I'd be happy to stream some stuff that I've never played before, so you can get my reactions. I've also been doing a lot of shiny hunting on Pokemon Violet. So if you have a Pokemon you want me to shiny hunt for you, I'll be happy to do that. So if anybody has like requests or something that they want me to do, and want to make a little donation, you can send me a DM on Twitter, or X, I guess is now it's called. Of course, I'm at BigCTV show on there. I also have Instagram, BigCTV show. So if you want to send me a message on either of those platforms, let me know what you'd like me to do. I'll be happy to do that. I'll also leave a link in the description for this video for my Venmo if anybody wants to donate. Again, I'm not gonna ask people for help, but if you want to help, I'll appreciate it. But if you want, I mean, obviously I'd appreciate any help I can get at this point, but I'm not going to be like, oh, begging people for help. That's not what I'm here to do. But if someone wants to help, or they want me to do a cool thing for them, I'll be happy to. And then if I do, if you could donate something, that'd be great. So that's kind of what I got right now, and we'll have to figure out how things go from there. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of this week. Sorry, it's kind of depressing. I wish it was better, but that's how things are. That's why I haven't been posting videos, is because I've been trapped in mental hell and financial hell for about a month, and it's just, yeah, it's not good. Hopefully the next time I film a video for this week, it'll be better. I hope so. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of this week. Bye.